How's it going, everybody? VA3EWV with the Drive at 5. We're on the air with VA3EWV on this gloomy Monday. Looks like it might rain a little bit. Who knows? But I know the wind was blowing a lot. I had a great weekend. A tiring weekend because I spent half my weekend trying to get ground ready and all that stuff for a pool that my wife wanted, an above ground pool. Hey Matthew, how's it going there? Matthew, how's it going? If you can just say hi in the chat, I'll say hi back to you there. So I see that you're there. But like I said, a good weekend this weekend. Tried to get a pool up. Did my first Parks on the Air activation. That was a lot of fun. Hey Bob, if you can say hi there, that'll be really good. I know you're out there. So I got my first POTA done. And not in the record books yet because I found out that the HAMRS program does an export. So I was with another chap there, VA3EWV. He sent me the export, and there's nowhere to import it. But luckily for me, I'm a platinum member on QRZ. So when I get home tonight, I'll be able to upload that. I was actually going to buy that Hammers app too. Like, it's free on Windows, but I was going to buy it for my tablet and my phone. And then it says you can't even transfer stuff between tablet and phone. So that's a big no-go. A big no-go on that. So yeah, it's probably got a lot of good features and stuff like that, but I have lots of different devices, you know. So I want to be able to go between all the devices. So that's not going to work for me. I already know that. No matter what the benefits are. So I'll have some other programs that I already had purchased too. I purchased one that we do field days with. I forget the name of it. NQJ something, who knows. I bought that. I have QRZ, and like I said, I did a premium. The only thing I didn't get was that whatever program that went out for like months and months. I didn't get that one, so I was good. Anyway, let's see if we can do a little bit of simplex and see who's out there on the air after I get past these these big transformers. And we'll see what's happening. I hope everybody had a good weekend there. And yeah, let me get my old radio ready. We're gonna hit simplex first, as usual, and then we'll try to do some repeater work there. I got a new cable for my antenna as well, so no more of that cutting in and out stuff. My SWR must have been out the roof. I know you shouldn't transmit and all that stuff on your radio if you got bad standing wave ratio. But I had taken some dentine chewing gum and popped the aluminum foil pieces out, stuck it on my thing, and it was working, you know. But I've replaced it now, thank God, and that's that. Okay, so let's see what we can do out here. Here we go. On simplex 146.520. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV mobile. Anyone on frequency, over. They try the volume up, that might help too. I think I heard someone in there. Is that you, Jonathan, VE3OTW? Go ahead.
VA3EWV, this is Victor Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey, I'll copy.
Copy you pretty good. It helps when you don't have the volume down there.
Yeah, Ernest, I don't know where you are. You're in and out quite a bit, but I'm able to copy you more or less. I can make out most of what you're saying, but very good, very good. Hope you're having a cool and dry evening tonight. I think it's supposed to rain in the next few hours, but all things considered, it's pretty nice out.
Oh, it's pretty bad. When I was leaving downtown, all the street lights were out. The wind was blowing. I don't know how bad, but it was blowing pretty bad. And I had my windshield wipers on for a good 10 minutes there, getting out of town there. Over. Hey Nick.
Oh yeah, QSL artist. Yeah, it's this morning was nice, and this afternoon was nice, but this evening is turning to be a bit nasty. You know, just a few hours ago, you know, the sun was out, it was sunny, not a cloud in the sky. Now it's looking pretty bad. You know, it's pretty dark out there. It's not even 6 o'clock yet, so Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to, like I said, it's supposed to come down hard in the next few, but we'll see what happens. But hopefully you have a safe trip back there.
Yeah, QSL on that. I did call my wife because we put up the pool there, but we put up the foundation of the pool. We were missing 4 screws, so we didn't get it all put up. I said to her, I'm like, go look outside because I think the walls are about 4 foot tall on that pool. I'm like, I think the wind's going to give us a run for our money because there's no liner in it, there's no water in it, so, and with no liner and no water, it means no sides on it, so I'm hustling home, but under the speed limit because I've already seen OPP hitting in the bushes there. Hey, Nick.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess people are in a rush to get back home. And
Nick, if you can say hello out there, say hello, put your name out there.
Yeah, I think there were 3 warnings I saw from Environment Canada. There was a heat warning and a thunderstorm warning and a thunderstorm alert, and there are at least 3 warnings issued today. Between the heat and the thunderstorm. So yeah, driving conditions probably won't be the best. So I guess you have the OPP out there to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. So yeah, I can definitely see that. But as mentioned, hopefully everybody has a safe drive back.
On the opposite side of the road heading toward Ottawa, I just saw a nice expensive car pulled over there, and they're letting their top up. So yeah. They can see it, like, because where I'm coming now, I've passed all that. It's in the rearview mirror now, and it's really dark. And up ahead, it's clear blue skies. I haven't passed Calypso, of course, yet, or whatever. You'll know when I get there because we always break up. But yeah, it's all in Ottawa now. I'm looking behind me there, and it's pretty bad. You can see it.
Oh yeah, well I'm looking outside right now, and yeah, it's a bit dark out, and I hear rumbling. So something is happening for sure. But yeah, at least the worst part is behind you, and the rest of the drive should be okay going back. But yeah, I think we're supposed to get the worst of it here. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't envy those who are making a long commute back like you. Hopefully everything's safe and sound. But yeah, it looks like the worst is behind you. Look forward to, no pun intended.
Yeah, we're going to be good. After that, I have my net tonight, my Monday night net, so that'll be fun. I did have my first POTA activation. It was a success, other than the fact that I kept saying Saturday. So 4 of my near and dear friends showed up at Cooper's Marsh and sat there from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. They were like, okay, well, we're here. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing there? They're like, your activation's today. I'm like, it's on the 14th. That's tomorrow. They're like, okay, but you've been saying Saturday, so we're here. So I was like, dang it. So that was unfortunate. But 2 of them came back on the Sunday. So we had a total of about 8 folks out there. We had 2 buddy polls. I've never even seen those before. They're pretty cool. That you can, I don't know if you've ever seen a buddy pole, but they're pretty nice. And both guys had some form of a 30-foot telescopic pole to hold them up. Right, they had 2 different versions. But I had quite the pile up there for my first POTA there. I handled it really good. I was actually excited that I handled it so well there. Over to you.
VA3EWV Mobile, VA3OTW returning. Well, congratulations there, Ernest, on your first POTA there. Yeah, I think one of the local clubs here, they're doing something on Saturday for a POTA. So yeah, it's getting quite popular. And yeah, those buddy poles, I think they're just loaded coils. You could adjust the length and try and work on whatever band you want to. They're quite popular for the portable type. So yeah, I can imagine that. And yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, congratulations to you on the POTA perseverance, high. But yeah, that's great. That's great that you're able to get out there, and hopefully you'll make it a few more times. You know, it's only mid-July. There's still August, September, October, and even November has nice weather. So you still have a lot of POTA ahead of you there, Ernest.
Well, the best thing there is VA3OTW, VA3EWV returning. A couple things I discovered while doing that. We had a couple guys drive all the way down from Ottawa. That was pretty cool. And they stopped in Castleman to do an activation in Castleman before they came to us. So they already had over 100 contacts before they even got to Cooper's March there. They were taking turns. And then they came and joined us there for their final one and did about 50 or so each there on 20. So we had one buddy pole set up at 20, and then 50 yards later we had a buddy pole set up at 40. And then the guy had enough cable that, you know, he could run into our thing so we could do 20. And that's why I got the pile up on 20. I was working quite the pile up. It was very exciting. I did some park-to-park stuff too. And then at the end of all that, they said that that's one of the things that is bringing Ham back. You know, it's like mini field days. Over.
Okay, very good as well. You even got a park-to-park. Yeah, like I said, I don't really do the POTA thing. I do portable, but not the POTA thing. But yeah, I think you get extra points for that. So yeah, good on you, Ernest. Good on you. And that's great. You know, there's so many of these on the airs now. You know, there's islands on the air and summits on the air and parks on the air. There's just so many now. Goodness, you know, it's hard to keep track. But yeah, the POTA seems to be exponentially getting more and more popular every year. Goodness, it seems like everybody's getting on board to that thing. But yeah, very good, very good. Glad you're able to make the contacts, and yeah, you got some assistance of the Ottawa crew as well too. So that's great. That's great to hear. Now, were you using the buddy pole as well too, or were you using the unfed?
No, my buddy told me to leave everything at my house. He was going to have everything there. He was testing out a new portable rig that he's put together. I'm behind on sending you some emails. I got to send you a couple of pictures. His rig is quite outstanding there. I was excited through the whole event. He was a little bit disappointed because he was testing out his new portable rig, right, to deploy like quickly, because he's a big Aries and Canmore guy and stuff like that. And I was going to bring my radio and my extra power supply and extra parts and pieces and my infed and all that stuff. I had it all packed, and I'm like, no, he said he's going to bring it. And then when I got there, like I said, we couldn't get the antenna to work. It was over. My event started at 1. We didn't get on the air until 2:45 because of the antenna. And then once we got the antenna thing worked out, he had kept calling out earlier, and he kept saying nobody was coming back to him. And we found out that the microphone was just dead. But he had a Heil headset, a really nice, big, fancy one. And he had 3 other headsets, so we plugged it into his fancy thing there. And like I said, it was really nice. I got to wear it and talk on it. And he had like a foot pedal there. So I got to work all that for the first time, and it was really nice. But like I said, none of my friends could hear the pileup I was working, because I got to pat myself on the back. I annihilated that little pileup there. Over.
Well, it's very good, and it's very good. Well, yeah, it's always nice to try new things and try out new activities. And yeah, it sounds like more or less the POTA was a success. So that's great. That's great that you're able to squeeze in that POTA. Maybe, I don't know if there's another park around you, you could maybe try to activate that. But I know the people here, they tour around different parks and they use activations at different parks. Really make a sport out of it and try to activate what they can. So yeah, very good, Ernest. Very good. And I'm glad to hear about your success there, and I know you have other stuff on the go too. You have the nets and everything else happening as well. So yeah, good on you, Ernest. You have certainly been quite busy for sure. VA3EWV mobile, VA3OTW.
Yep, VA3OTW mobile, VA3EWV mobile returning. Yeah, Jonathan. But you know, that's expected. I'm very brand new in the hobby, right? Like, that's what happens when you're a new person and you get something new. You have to sit there and you know, it's all exciting. So that goes without saying, you're gonna have a lot of fun on your first year. I've been in now 16 months, going on 17 months next month. So that's very young. In those first months, I wasn't even on HF. Remember, I just got HF. Well, I wanted to say, because I'm gonna lose you here shortly when I get around this band. I was very skeptical and of HF, and I was telling you about my difficulties. And then someone told me that, oh, if you're on this band, and this band, it's lower side band. If you're on these bands, it's upper side band. And I was like, what? So that changed a lot of stuff for me. And then having that practice with the POTA and actually getting contacts where I could hear people booming in, that really did a lot of good stuff too. So now my footsteps are getting closer and closer to HF. Now that I've gotten over that initial nervousness of it, it's starting to kick in really good, and I'm liking it.
All right, that's really good. Well, the momentum and enthusiasm is infectious. It's good, and you inspire other people to do more things in amateur radio as well. I think you've done more stuff in 1 year than what most operators do in their lifetime. So good for you, Ernest, and keep up the momentum because it's certainly noticed in the community. So that's great. And I know you like giving back as well too. I know we talked about plans for you and giving back to the LRs too, which is great. So that flows through as well too. Let's get a bit sparkly. I better be well here too, but nice talking to you. I hope you still hear me. But have yourself a great evening and have a very safe trip. And hopefully we can pick it up again soon. VA3EWV. This is Victor Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey, 7-3 Ernest.
7-3 to you too, Victor Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey. Have a good one. The VA3EWV signing off. Have a good day. All right, folks. So that was the QSO from Ottawa. I'm approaching Calypso Water Park right now. So that's a pretty good distance. And I started losing him. He'll be able to still hear me a little bit past Calypso, but not past Castleman. So, excuse me, you can tell I'm tired from doing all this physical labor and stuff. Yeah, but I'm going to run home now, get my radio set up for my net. Hopefully the weather stays that way behind me and not toward Cornwall, because we have a pool that's partially put up, and I sure don't want to see that thing flying across the doggone yard, bending up and breaking, that's for sure. So that's kind of worrying me there. But anyway, that's it for today. Nick, if you can put a comment in the comment section, I won't forget who you are. So it shows me who's watching, but it doesn't tell me anything else. Anyway, we will see you.